Chapter 5, The Journey. The breeze slowly strengthened to a wind, and Brendan's sail filled out. Brendan sat back and allowed the boat to cut through the water, creeping almost silently across the backs of the gentle waves. When the dingle curragh is on the water, it rides high, both ends lifting gently out of the water. Brendan could see for miles around him. The cliffs of the peninsula were still visible, and far into the distance were those two precarious skellig rocks, one a home for cormorants and various seabirds, the other a home for monks seeking a desert in the sea. For most of the day, Brendan busied himself with the mundane tasks of a small vessel, and soon the sun sank and the sky turned into a sapphire blue, and the twinkling of the tiny bright stars hurdled the night. Brendan settled himself down, and by candlelight repeated his prayers as he did every night on the land. He closed his eyes, and slowly a picture of the land his father had told him about formed. He saw clear waters that sparkled and reflected the bright vibrancy of the plants and flowers around. He felt the warmth of the sun rays on his back, and the scent of the sweet, indescribable smells was all around. Brendan reached down into one of the pools to cool his face with the water. But the water was not as warm as expected, but freezing cold. Brendan awoke with a start. The weather had changed and a storm was fast approaching. A wave had just drenched his boat, and in the dark he could hear the wind building up its strength. Brendan quickly began to batten down everything that was free. As he nimbly moved around the boat, he could feel the curragh begin to climb the waves as they increased in size. As the waves got bigger, the boat teetered, for what seemed in the darkness as ever-increasing lengths of time on the wave's brink. And finally, caught helplessly in the tumbling crest, the boat was swept down and left in the pumping in and out like the sides of the great whale breathing. He could hear the wooden ribs groaning beneath the tightly stretched skin, as it was attacked from all sides. Brendan knew he could only trust God, and the well-worn traditions he had learnt at his father's side that he used to build the boat. His departing prayer echoed in his head. Dear God, be good to me. The sea is so wide and my boat is so small.